time to get ready for the Larry and Needle Show. Larry and Needles. And we got Kiki and Mark today. Larry and Needles Show. Thank you very much. Hey, I'm Larry. Welcome to Larry and Needles Show.
And I'm Needles.
We got Kiki today.
As usual.
And
Mark, Don.
Donnie Anforth. Welcome to the show for misinformation,
the king of
disinformation, and if Larry corners you in the broom closet at the manhole, some kiss information.
The best kind.
So still got to do it live, huh?
I like doing it live.
Yeah,
People say that we got to do an intro, but I like that.
Yeah, the intro is kind
Makes me very happy.
Yeah, it's good.
Mellows us out before we do anything.
And everybody has their pre-recorded intro. I've even recorded pre-recorded intros for other people's podcasts and our own as well, but that adds a certain little
It's fine.
flavor.
Yeah. Little je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like it's 10 minutes long, but it is. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's
In
a
and
perfect
out like
intro.
a sneak thief he is.
Yeah, the old in out. No time for the old in out.
Very, very funny. So how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
Don Anforth, thank you for
Fine.
gracing us with your presence.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got anything you want to talk about today?
not yet.
Not yet. You got to get you riled up
I
first.
don't know.
That's the way to go. I mean, it's been a busy week, right? Since the last time we
Man,
met.
for
I mean,
me it
where should we
has.
start? And R.I.P. to Larry's cats.
Yes, R.I.P. Sebastian. He passed away
sad.
yesterday, and R.I.P. Baby-O. She passed away last Thursday. So
Within a week of each other.
two of my cats died within a week, and I don't know. I think it's
Here it
something
comes.
fishy.
I got into something.
What? How old were they?
They were pretty old, but the way, because I've had
They
many.
weren't acting like strange or nothing.
Well, at the last
Crying.
days,
Well,
they certainly were,
They
but
were crying.
I've never seen a cat die like this, though, because I've had many cats, and it was just horrible because they were suffering like crazy.
I think they had an issue or some kind of
I don't know
Well,
what
there
it
was something
was.
going on.
or
I mean,
and cats are pretty smart. Like
Infection, maybe.
they're
That's
not
a-
going to eat rat poison. They're not. They,
Parasites. That's
yeah,
right,
They
they
know.
they're
not
dogs.
good
They
at
just
it.
don't
Smart.
make peanut butter off
Yeah,
their
yeah,
wang.
dogs. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
talking about anything. Most stuff.
But a cat won't lick up, like, say,
Antifreeze.
antifreeze. Yeah,
I just-
No,
They just-
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
they're a
Yeah,
little
don't trust
smarter.
cats.
Cats know what's up.
Don't trust
Cats
them
are
at
the
all.
type of animal that's gonna like when you're sleeping, it's gonna wake you up nice and slowly till you stick your head up and then smack
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Cats
You know?
they're sneaky, very sneaky animals. I don't like them. That's why they call a catapult. Get
Yeah.
rid of that thing right away. Launch it right into somebody else's tribe.
They
Got 9 lives.
they have various ways of waking you up. A lot of different
Well,
methods.
Sit on your chest and stare down your throat is my favorite way.
The funniest thing is when our fat cat Helena, she walks on my wife, and she's pretty heavy, like 20-something pounds, and
It's
her
a
little
big
feet,
cat.
all the weight is going down in just these paws, and it's like
Yeah.
kind of hurts, and it wakes her up,
In,
First,
in such a small area too.
Yeah.
It's not like it's spread out.
Right.
It's all of it on you. I've seen them wake Mary up
Various
very funny.
ways. Yeah.
Just sit there and just whine right in her face while she's sleeping. It's like, get the heck out of here. What are you doing,
And
cat?
sometimes if that doesn't work, what they do is just start knocking stuff off of our dresser. And
Yeah, that's
the
the best.
noisier the better.
to
you
get
know?
your attention.
Right.
To
Yes.
feed them, which
Yeah.
is very funny.
Pill bottles, change.
Hey, we're on a schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
Tap tap.
They
tap.
definitely don't run the house. The cats do. It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty crazy how they have them under control.
I'm a definite cat custodian. I don't mind though, man. I mean, I'm
That's
really.
how it works,
I
yeah.
love them, and I loved my other cats that just died too, and it was a very traumatic for my wife and as well me, But I had to deal with everything. I'm the one that's got to pick up the
Yeah.
dead body. I'm the
That's
one,
tough. Now I'm thinking about it too. Like, I don't think poisoning would be in the cards because it's been so damn cold out here.
Mark.
Like, who's even going outside to
Right.
even do
That's-
anything?
Yes.
Well,
right.
You know?
You can still lay a
Oh, it
bowl
wasn't
outside
intentional.
though.
They've been around too long. They would've been,
And
some
usually-
of them dead would have been long time.
Right.
Yeah, do it during the summer, not really during the winter.
Yeah, where it's a lot easier to do that kind of stuff. Most
But-
people aren't going
And
to deal with that.
people don't get as bothered by them in the winter.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
you're
that's
not
the other
outside.
thing, yeah, right.
They don't care
I mean,
as
it's
much.
not like
You
they're
never hardly
messing
see
and
them. You'll
stuff.
never see them.
It's not like this cat
And-
keeps pissing or shitting on my doorstep or something, but it's like, no, that's not happening in the wintertime.
No.
Maybe they just died, but it's just too weird that it was so close
There was
together.
coincidence.
with similar
It's been
symptoms.
a
And you
week in
said it's, yeah, they
between.
suffer really
Yes.
bad.
The symptoms were similar.
So R.I.P. to Larry's cats. Too bad you couldn't
Yeah.
bury him in the back.
It's
in the
a-
backyard
when
of
it,
the pet cemetery.
when it warms up, I am going to bury their
Larry has
ashes.
a
Yeah,
pet
there you go.
cemetery in his backyard.
And I'm going to bury
Hey,
Tom.
rather have him back here, you
You
know?
bury Tom.
Sarah's going to
Oh,
give me
man.
Tom's
He's
ashes.
gonna come back as a half cat, half
that's-
man. What's that?
That's making a little
Sorry.
noise. It's all right, buddy.
I get
still
habits
love
and
you.
spin it.
He's a spinner.
Larry, I'm a cat. I'm a cat.
I found out why my father got cremated.
Yes, Mark's father passed away as well. That was, a week and a half ago?
Yeah. Anyways, he was a fisherman.
Okay. Let's hear it.
He was cremated because of worms. He hooked so many worms. He was afraid
They were gonna come
worms
back.
were going to get him.
Oh,
Great.
okay. They're gonna use his body as food.
And
Well,
that's
which
fine.
he was
Yeah,
probably
which is-
right.
I
They
mean,
probably
that does
would come back
happen.
and get him.
That's all
That
the
makes
reason I
perfect
got.
sense.
Yeah.
The degradation of the wood, stuff gets in there.
Mark's dad was he was a huge, big, tough guy, and he was the first person I ever heard of getting tattoos removed.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
What kind of tattoos?
all kinds.
He had all kinds of tattoos.
Good
He had
ones or bad
tattoos.
ones?
He was like a comic book. I would literally sit and try to read them.
They were probably old school too.
Mickey Mouse and
They
a
were
trench coat.
Sailor Jerry
Yeah,
stuff.
really,
Yes.
yeah.
Just like an anchor, a
Jerk-ass
heart,
tattoos.
mom.
Yeah.
Yes,
Classic
moms.
old
All
school,
the
yeah.
classics.
Something that meant something.
He had them
You know,
all
the sailors would go to ports and they would get a tattoo.
and
Yeah,
venereal
Mine's the
disease.
favorite. The naked lady when they move the arm dances.
They get a tattoo in some kind of venereal disease at every port.
Yeah.
Well, and that's when the venereal.
I mean,
it's like you get the clap of gonorrhea.
It's
Oh,
like
who
the
cares?
origin story of it. It's just all these people
right.
coming to port. And,
Hey man,
I love you long time.
sailors.
oh yeah, like we think.
That's where the saying comes from. It didn't get invented in Boys Town. Hey sailor.
Yeah. Dude, I had a buddy in the Navy go to Australia, and the chicks, right when they would pull up, the
Right
chicks
there.
would
Oh, yeah.
put their names and numbers on tennis balls
Oh,
and start
my
throwing
Lord.
it onto the ships. Oh yeah, and then
Wow.
there's even a directory the guys sailors can go to where women interested in dates. You can just
Really?
go right
Oh,
up to.
my
I mean, this
Lord.
was
dates.
And this was a
20
while
something.
back.
This was 20-something years
Now
ago,
it's
but still.
1,000 times easier.
Yeah.
Now it's all done online.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's all
well,
done- which-
the Australian women always love the Americans. Americans treat their women good
Yeah.
compared to all
I mean,
these other
compared to
countries.
Australia,
Yeah.
since it is a prisoner country,
Yeah.
degenerate
Kind of
bloodlines
crazy.
there.
But
I can
even
see that.
all my buddies, even in the military, going to Australia,
Mm-hmm.
they said they never had to buy a drink. The Australians would,
Loved
they
them?
would. Oh, everybody loved them out there. They're like they could never pay for their own drink,
Now,
no
that
matter
is
where
so-
they went, man.
That's so odd because I'm used to traveling around and everywhere you go, they
fucking
hate
hate you.
Americans.
Yeah.
They hate us.
Well, it's not because of you.
Not because of me
because of-
personally, but they
It's
just
because they
don't
read
like,
in the news.
Well, yeah, but
Like
I mean,
America.
Yes,
Yeah, the soap opera
exactly.
of
That's
everybody,
it.
you know,
As soon as they
American-
hear your accent, they're like, okay,
yeah.
let's start hating
People
on
all
this guy.
pretentious
Dude, we had a
and,
buddy's family in high school.
Xenophobic.
They sponsored a couple guys from Africa to come live here and go
boy.
to school. And as soon as they came here, they were telling them, got them drunk, start partying with them. And they started laughing. They're like, honestly, everybody in Africa, they're like telling us we're so lucky because the streets are paved with pure gold. And then they come here and we show them like Lower Wacker Drive and all this
They're
stuff.
like, oh,
They're like,
boy.
oh man, life wasn't so bad out there. Yeah,
right.
they realize like, holy cow.
Right.
And this, this is before the internet and shit.
I mean, there's a reason people are coming here.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's not because the
But
roads
there's
are
a-
paved with gold. It's not
No.
because of, I
Well,
mean, the American dream is what everybody wants.
you got to wonder,
Well,
though.
the American Dream. I was just in Jamaica, and all the
yeah.
drivers wanted to come to the States, and I
Drive a cab here.
I gave him. I said, "Look, let me guess. You work all week long, and you get your pay, whatever it is, and you pay your bills, and you barely have enough money to
Yeah,
get by."
man, that's right, man.
I said, "Well, it's the same shit. in
Better enough
America,
food to
dude.
eat, man."
Same exact thing.
Yeah, you make more money, but it costs more to live.
Right, you're not. It's the same.
And if you
thing.
get a
You're-
divorce,
you're
you
literally
give away
missing
half.
nothing, dude. I'm telling you.
That's
As much
the
as you
American
want to
dream.
go here, I want to come.
Here.
Yeah, seriously.
I do the same thing here at
Yeah.
your island.
It's
Cheaper.
always better to go gutter, though, no matter where you're at. That's what I found.
It depends.
Yeah.
Deep you get in the gutter. You don't want to get too dirty.
Well, yeah.
The gutter's the gutter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Still
you want to
gonna
be
get
the
a-
edge of the gutter.
Yeah, I don't want to be completely.
Yeah, I want to be stepping on the people in the gutter. I don't want to be completely
Walking
in it just
over
yet.
'em, huh?
Yeah.
You just got to be ready to go gutter.
Yeah. Aware of the gutter, at least.
If you look for trouble, you're gonna find it. Just like I never had a problem when I lived in Mexico because I wasn't, I was doing my
Yeah.
thing, but I wasn't.
If you
being
wanted a
douchebag.
problem, you can find one pretty easy.
Very easily.
Dude, hey, changing the subject here. Did you guys see that the rat, what is it, the rat piece of slab of concrete in
Oh,
the
when
city?
the rat fell from the roof.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
rat-
It in
what
wet
happened?
concrete?
Yeah, the rat fell from
Wait
the
a
roof and it
second.
went in there.
Contractors laid fresh concrete.
Oh,
And a
A
rat
long time ago. I
fell
don't know
from- yeah,
exactly
a
when.
rat fell
So
from the
this is-
stream, and you can see like
It's a fossil. They got a fossil.
No, it's
well,
not
no,
a fossil,
it
it's
fell
an
in wet.
imprint.
It fell in wet concrete.
So it was
so
a
the rat,
print of the rat.
rat
Yeah, it's an
died,
imprint of the rat.
sprawled out
a
like it was
fossil.
trying to land. Yeah, but the rat was decayed and gone.
Sure.
The print lives on.
Yeah,
It
so
was
now-
a concrete
Well, no,
fossil.
it's like a
you said.
memorial.
Plot thickens.
Yeah, so it's a memorial now, and like a gay couple got
roped
married
off.
there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's sort of like.
Yeah, well, now they
Where
want.
is this at? I can see
I
this
forget in
in-
the city, but no, I think they're going to chip it out and auction it off.
Of course they are.
I thought somebody filled it in.
Oh,
No,
That's
I
what
don't
we're
know.
getting at.
Oh no, I don't know.
I
I
heard
didn't see
somebody
that part.
filled it in.
I thought they were going to auction it off or something.
Like a
Yeah, some
Banksy?
Yeah, some
Come
stupid
on,
shit.
really?
I mean, it is kind of cool. It's funny,
it is funny.
Yeah,
but-
it's funny.
It's just one of those things.
but it's
that-
just one of those things where people go crazy.
I mean, our
Like,
city
it's funny,
is
man. I
in
like
chaos right
Yeah.
now.
What did you guys ever see that like under the bridge? I think it was in California and something, and then on I think it was on the north side where the bridge was leaking and it created like it looked like
picture.
the Mother Mary
Yeah.
on the wall.
I
I
seen
had
that one.
listen
I
to
actually
this.
saw it in
Hell of a park,
person,
too.
and it did. I
Yeah,
mean,
it looked like it.
It did look like it.
My buddy Tom gave me a banjo years ago.
Very funny.
And the truss.
I mean-
hey, listen, check this.
I
The
am.
truss rod cover on this banjo I had was a pearl, like a turtle shell look, where it had a pattern,
Yeah,
and it had Mother Mary in the turtle shell.
like
The
purposely.
inlays?
No,
No,
it
it
was
just-
just.
it
And,
was
I,
in
and when
wood.
when I told people about it, once you knew about it, you could not see it. Yeah.
In the
That's
wood
crazy.
grain you're talking about?
No, okay, how
I know
you
what you
see
mean,
this
like-
pick guard how it's
Yeah, yeah,
purloined?
yeah.
Imagine the brown one that looks like a guitar pick
Okay.
like that. And so in that pattern, there she was. And
Where's the guitar? You sold it?
no, what happened
Banjo.
was Tom asked
so
me
yeah.
for it back because this kid, Tim Otto, wanted to borrow it. And then when Tom died, and I'm not going to go say, hey, Tom, that's mine. Tom gave it to me. Because
Yeah.
as far
I
as
want
he
it
knows,
back.
Tom probably
Right.
gave it to him too.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
And I
on that.
don't care about the banjo that much.
Yeah.
So
But
what
you
do
know.
About Mother Mary.
But yeah, it was crazy, and I
Which
showed
is
Tom,
crazy,
and he
yeah,
freaked
definitely.
out.
I
That
mean,
is wild because once you see something like that,
I've
never
You
noticed
haven't heard of
that.
anything like that lately? Like any symbolism
not
of
lately.
like bleeding? Remember when the eyes bleed in
Yeah,
some of them,
yeah.
or the hands?
No,
No,
Stigmata.
not yet. UFOs in the mall.
UFOs, aliens, you mean?
Yeah, aliens.
You think
in the
that's
mall,
real?
Right. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
No.
the shadows walk.
No.
I'm asking Anforth. I wonder what Don Anforth thinks.
No, that wasn't real. I
The
mean,
10, 15.
It was just really tall black dudes.
Yeah, it wasn't real. I mean,
in white for once.
It wasn't.
Yeah. No, there was all shadows walking around.
Because everyone
And I
knows
am
aliens
too,
aren't
I'm
about
too.
this big. I mean,
I don't know about that. I mean,
I don't know.
I've never met one, so
I don't think it was real.
I was watching something on the internet today.
it's a
It's
joke.
not real.
No, this is for real.
Okay.
The interweb.
And they went under the tunnels under this New York City synagogue.
Oh, the mosque.
Oh, yeah, we
in
talked about
Brooklyn.
the
tunnels.
Well, listen though, they found toys,
No.
mattresses. This is like a mile
We
in.
just talked about this.
They're
last
that
week,
long?
didn't
Yeah, and
I don't know if we went into details of what's going on.
they
with
found clothing for toddlers and small kids.
we?
They
Yeah,
found, you know, those triangular symbols, that the pedophile symbols, and open
that. Oh, yeah.
ended like hearts and triangles. They found all the symbolism painted on the walls. They
Oh,
found
my
a
God.
room where they did blood sacrifices and such.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
All under this mosque. So this guy, famous Richard.
Well,
he's
not a
he's
mosque, but it was the.
I mean,
synagogue.
the synagogue.
Yeah.
And so this rapper from Chicago, famous Richard, he
Complete
went to
opposite.
this. He went to this 770 Shabbat headquarters in Crown Heights, New York, and said, "I want to see the tunnels, man. I want to see the tunnels."
This rapper did this?
Yeah, and they bum rushed him, man. Some
Rapper
big,
did this. Well,
Get
yeah.
him
Why?
out of here.
no, but they're like, and he's like, "What's up?" You know, and they're like,
Well, that just-
"Get out of here!"
Yeah, why?
It was,
I mean,
it was
just
pretty
sounds so
funny though.
likes
I'm
and
just
I don't know,
saying, it
but
was.
it's like likes and clickbait and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like,
Yeah,
let me go
I
here
guess.
and antagonize these people.
I guess.
I'm not. Listen,
It
I'm
was
not diminishing.
interesting though
No, I'm not
because it was.
diminishing your story. I'm
It
just saying
was.
it's
It
like
was set up, man.
people don't need.
Well, no, I don't know
cameras.
if that was set up. Did you see what? I don't know. What are the Jews with the curly things? What are they called? The
Hasidic.
Hasidic
Hasidic
Jews.
Jews,
But did
yeah.
you see when? What's his name? Sacha
Sacha Baron
Cohen
Cohen?
went to West Bank on the Wall, and he went like get
Dressed
dressed as
like
a
that.
gay dude, and he's like that was the first time he had to break out of character. And he got
And
his
say,
ass,
"I'm only kidding,"
he got his
'cause-
butt kicked.
Well-
I mean, he got 2 black eyes. He said they couldn't film for 2 weeks because he had to let his like
Just like
swelling
heel.
go down.
Just like
Yeah.
the guy we were talking about,
They don't mess
antagonizing these
around.
people. What do you think's going to
Well, but
happen?
he-
Exactly, and honestly, it kind of
fuck
should
around.
happen. Mess around,
Find out.
Mess around and find out.
gonna mess around.
I apologize.
Mess around.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why would you go antagonize people?
Well,
like
that's
that?
well, people are so comfortable doing that nowadays.
Well, and then you get punched in the face and like, oh my gosh, I got
Yeah,
assaulted.
surprise.
I'm suing you.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Everybody's suing everybody now. You cannot. Well, I don't even know
I'm
where
actually-
to start. Do we just start at the World
Well-
Economic Forum and work our way down to the degradation
I
of
mean,
society?
there's no better
which
time
has
to
all
tell
been-
you guys now.
Well, here's
though,
the
but
thing about-
I'm suing the
here's the
Larry
thing-
Needles podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Well, they got my lawyers.
Here's the thing about Borat, you know, Sacha Baron Cohen.
What's
He
the
goes
thing about
around and
Borat?
does these things all over the place. And people, when they find out, or either they don't find out, or when they figure it out, they don't physically kick his ass.
Well,
What did he do that offended
problem
them
is
so
He was
badly?
pretending to be gay.
Well, he was.
but
I mean, this
he-
is the holy of holiest
he
sites.
incites
And he was
this
being
stuff.
gay.
Though. He's
Well,
trying to get a rise out of
I don't know if he
people.
was dressed in like his like unitard thing or whatever.
Like, trying to
He-
like pick people up.
he
Like,
was
He
really-
didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah,
though.
he.
Like,
I mean, these guys are serious hardcore.
like,
They
you know,
pray
yeah.
8 hours a day.
you
Yeah.
don't go
Right.
to Boys
And you
Town
don't-
wearing that, you'll be fine. You're not going to get. Everybody's going to be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, this is
exactly.
normal."
But they're not that accepting of it.
No,
Oh, yeah.
no,
No.
Right.
These guys,
I mean,
yeah.
the least of accepting.
These guys
Even
are-
though, man, I don't want.
they barely accept anybody outside of their race. You know.
Right.
Well, I mean, shoot, was that Crown Heights? That Crown Heights riot when those 2 kids got hit by the car. One was African American, one was Jewish, and the Jewish ambulance came and picked up
Only the
only
Jewish
the
kid.
Jewish
Really?
kid. Yeah,
Really?
they have their own ambulance
Yes.
service. They have like their own entrance. I mean, these
Well,
guys, they're
they take
tight-knit
care of their own,
community.
You
yeah.
don't
Even though
matter
they're
if you're
what,
not part of the
1%
clique.
of the
I never knew that.
population?
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And
Like,
then
they
they
haven't had a
incited
little star on it
riots.
and everything. Or something? Is it like
Oh, I
every-
don't know what the
No,
ambulance.
Yeah, were they like no Schwarzes in this?
Well, yeah,
ambulance?
I mean,
Right.
I mean,
and New York is the most diverse state in the United States. Geez, how many people live there? 10 million maybe now?
more than that. I think.
don't
I
know.
think.
This
I
is
think
New York,
Chicago
is
has
it?
like 10 million.
No. Chicago has like about 3.5 million or something.
That's it.
But in Chicago,
No,
man,
no,
there's
it's gotta
6
have more than
million.
that.
The
Yeah,
surrounding
San Diego
area-
had like 3 million, I think. Yeah,
It's not as tight as.
but yeah,
Six
it's,
mil-
there's a lot
6
of
million
people
is a lot when you
Yeah.
think about like some states have
just in that small
5
area.
or 8 million
Oh, yeah.
population, whole state. You
Yeah.
know.
And the crazy thing about that ambulance thing, what the Jewish people are, 1% of the population?
Well, but
There's
they-
not that many of them.
Well, here's the thing, man. They look out for their own.
Especially
they were
after,
forced to.
After the Holocaust, they stick together.
Well, yeah, that's
I
what I'm
don't blame
saying.
them.
They were given. You
I
know-
think they always did.
Yeah,
I think
they
they
always
always
did.
did.
Well,
It had nothing to do with the Holocaust.
Right. That was.
Well, but I'm sure
they-
that
they were always stuck together.
made it a little bit more solidified of a union
know, and
between the people,
the
right?
crazy thing-
you don't
See,
think so?
I've told you all along.
Well, the crazy,
don't know, man.
Crazy thing about the Jews
Well,
is there's black, Russian. I mean,
Sure.
it's a religion.
Oh, yeah.
Every
I mean-
every single.
Mark grew up
Continent.
Jewish. He
Yeah,
went
I
to,
thought I was Jewish when I was younger.
he went to
Thought you
Jewish
were, or you
school.
were?
Well, no, I thought I was. I thought I was Jewish.
You went-
And then the Jews thought I was Jewish, so it kind of made me Jewish.
So kind of made me.
I went to Jewish school with
Did you
them.
read the Torah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking.
We
Yeah.
went to
Oh,
the
so yeah,
temple. the
you
Tell
temple,
him,
and
tell him
everything.
You
what
were definitely
happened.
Jewish then.
Tell him what happened.
Oh,
how it
boy.
worked.
Well, I would just my name Mark is Jewish, you know. It's a Hebrew name, and I'm just a little kid. I don't know much more than this, you know.
Yeah.
And somebody asked me something, and I'm Hebrew. It was a neighbor who was Jewish, the Swizlows. And so Saturday morning comes, and they throw me in their car and take me to the little Jewish place
school.
with their kids.
Yeah.
And they drop us off and we go in and
Man.
do the thing. And they
So
pick
Did
us
you,
up.
I mean, what did
How
you do?
long did you
Read the
go there?
Torah?
Years.
Just because they thought you were Jewish.
This went on for a long time.
And then
Until-
they looked when you went to the bathroom one time, like, oh, you're not cut.
No,
Yeah,
no,
or
no. That's
on
that's
Sunday
all
when he's
fine. I
flipping
would-
light switches
You
and
think I
playing
was
video
Jewish?
games.
You
No,
think
yeah,
I was Jewish?
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Christmas. And so suddenly I'm wondering how come they're not talking about baby Jesus and I get all these presents. What's this 8 days of what's going on? And they finally figured it out from that.
This guy-
I still didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't go there anymore. I didn't know. I still didn't know why.
Yeah. Well, you're
Which is
young.
great.
too.
Right. I didn't realize I was
They
a Christian
accepted you.
until.
Right.
You get touched, you
Till
get
Christmas
touched, did
dinner.
you?
Yeah, that's
You
wild.
didn't even know you were a Christian yet.
Yeah. You get touched there or no?
No.
Okay.
By what? By who?
I'm just
I
wondering.
guess he must have been one of the ugly kids.
No, when you think about it, too, when you're
I didn't
younger.
get to see
you
the
don't
tunnels.
feel that-
I saw no tunnels.
Dude, the tunnels are awesome. No, I'm
I
kidding.
don't know,
That's
man.
a joke.
It
That's
is
a
the
joke.
irony, though, of
That
the
was
Gaza-
implying that I've been down there.
Gaza
I get it.
tunnels and is you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah,
The
right.
Israelis doing
There's tunnels everywhere.
Well, yeah.
How about we have
Rome?
tunnels in Chicago like crazy. Not only that, we
Well,
have
yeah.
the deep tunnel project just for water overflow. So they tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy, my
I mean,
dad's friend.
That's where the
Wayne-
migrants are sleeping right now.
Where's that?
The
Deep
tunnel.
tunnels.
Deep
Tunnels?
tunnels.
They have tunnel people in Vegas. You ever see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Where they're like
Oh,
white
yeah.
Have you
from
seen
not
it?
being, they're like the mole
Yeah,
people
those
of
tunnels
Vegas.
are-
Which
It's
I mean,
that's
far
some
and
crazy
then-
stuff.
and then it rains every once in a while,
And they can
then
get
it
killed.
floods,
Yeah.
and some of them drown.
And then the gators get them.
Good old Vegas
tunnel gators.
Tunnel gators.
They're like zombies. They come out at night. I went to Vegas and
They
you
call
don't
them
see them
boys-
until
boys
nighttime.
town, the tunnel
And
gators.
there's homeless everywhere, man.
Where's that?
At night in Vegas. It's
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
It's like zombies that
No,
come out at
and,
night.
and like the
Well,
past
'cause it's-
5 years, everywhere you go now at night, yeah, it's
Yeah.
every place is
Well,
just like, what's going on?
But people will tell you there's no. The crime is fine right now. Everything is good. People will look you in the face and be like, everything's okay right now.
Well, here's the reason they're out at night. One of the reasons.
Oh, boy.
It's safer.
I love the
it's
cloak of
safer
darkness.
for them to sleep in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at night it's more dangerous. Some people come
You gotta
up
be
and
awake,
kill
yeah.
bums just for
Right.
no reason, shoot
Exactly.
them,
Yeah.
gangbangers, or someone just beats them
Yeah,
or something.
sleep someplace in public.
So they got to stay alert at night
Yeah.
because that's when the crazies come out. During
Right.
the day, it's normal people like us
Yeah,
who is
we're
not
not-
going to hurt
we're
a
not
random
stopping them,
person.
yeah.
Exactly. Good point.
That's
odds
one of the
being-
reasons.
Well, the
Yeah.
odds of being randomly attacked lately
How do
Are
you
skyrocketed.
I got randomly attacked.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, it wasn't even a
I
homeless
meant
guy.
on the streets.
I know.
But you know what I mean. But,
Yes,
okay.
but I got attacked
Yeah, you want to
recently.
talk about that because you gotta get it off your
You know,
chest.
well, I really don't, but I don't want
But
to
I'm
give him
gonna.
any credence. I don't want to give that guy any credence
Okay, that's
because
fine.
I'm over it because I realized that, like what we were talking about before,
Yeah.
Kiki, I can't hold on to that stuff. Not only that, I wrote that little mini punk rock opera, and that made
which
me
was
feel,
fantastic.
Thank you.
Very good.
And that made me feel great. So, and
See,
when I
you
was
got something
finished
out of
with
it.
that, I wasn't mad at him anymore. So I don't even want to give him any credence. I just want to let him know that that was a real bitch move, and and you're.
There we
go.
I'm
That's
gonna have
enough of
nothing
that.
but venom
That's
for you
fine.
the rest of my life. But you
Well,
know who you are. But everybody else, I love you, and
I love you guys too. I love doing this.
yeah.
Right?
Sit
It's all
around,
about
BS
love.
with each other.
And Larry you did all those in one take too, which I was blown away.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, you just did all that in one take? Like I was blown away. I'm like, holy.
It's very good. So listen
Yeah.
to this. You guys know who Joe Osteen is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The the preacher, the
guy I
TV
watch every
preacher.
Sunday?
A false prophet.
No, you don't.
The guy I send $100 to every week.
Yeah.
You're supposed to send 2,000.
Well, I was going to say, have you been touched by Jesus? But not
Get
in
on
a
your
naughty
knees.
way.
I've been touched by Joel Osteen.
Yes, you have in your wallet.
In the green room.
Yeah.
Touched.
In the
So-
green room, I
Joel.
was-
Yeah.
Tearful Joel Osteen announces Lakewood Church paid off $100 million Bank of America loan
Oh boy, isn't that
For
great
what?
them?
$100 million.
$100 million
for
loan.
the properties
Their
and
church, the Lakewood
everything.
Church.
So he
Why would
borrowed
they-
$100 million to build this mega church.
Wow.
Paid off
And they finally paid it off.
How many years did it
with
take?
tax-free donations.
I can go into it,
Well,
but
there it is. Did you ever see this guy's mega mansion?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
He's
You
a
know.
real scafoots, let me tell you.
They make
I wouldn't
millions.
trust
Somehow,
that guy as far as I could throw him.
yeah, it's amazing they could hoodwink their people into thinking that, I got to have a Rolls Royce, and I need the helicopter, and of course the private jet.
Yeah.
What?
And then we
20
understand.
Jets, plural.
20
Jets.
years.
Yeah.
20
Not
years,
just one.
Kiki.
They
In
got
case
seven
my
now.
wife
man.
wants to
Yeah.
go somewhere
You know what the
different.
crazy thing is? When Jesus walked this earth, you think he was walking in alligator skins and everything?
No.
Like, this is what blows my mind, how people think.
He had
this is
slaves
real.
on his feet tied
Yeah.
to him. That's how he walked on water.
Yeah. And just seriously, it's like, yeah, this is what people think it's supposed to be.
No.
It's very disturbing. And then did you see
Very
when it
disturbing.
flooded down there? Like he refused
Oh,
to
yeah,
open
to
the
let
doors
the-
to his place to
yeah.
help people
This
out
guy
until
Really?
it was on the news. Then he's like, "Oh
yeah,
yes,
then you
we're
let him
here
in,
to help
right.
everybody. Yeah, this and that.
Very Christian-like.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, they're everything.
And that's
but
that's
But-
another
well-
reason, like what you said to me, Needles, in that text the other day when I was telling you what happened. You said that's very Christian of you, Larry, and I thought, man, I sound like a devil, and that's another reason I don't want to get into what happened with the attack. It's just
We'll
bogus.
get back into it, right?
No, no, I'm not going to name them.
I know.
I'm just not mad.
I'm
I
just
just
jo-
want to reiterate that I'm actually
Busting your
am
nuts.
over it.
yeah.
You know?
Well, no,
you
you're
can't
not.
have any animosity. You can't have
I
any
don't.
resentments. Why would you hold a grudge?
Yeah,
Yes.
You're not.
Anything.
Yeah,
Life
you're
is
not
too
letting
short.
I'm the
somebody
king of grudges,
that's
dude. They suck.
upset with
You don't want
themselves.
it.
You're not going to
Grudges.
let them ruin your day. Why
Exactly.
let them ruin
Well,
your day?
at one point, the problem, man. Okay, I don't even want to get into this because
Yes.
now we're starting to get
But we're
into
good.
Right.
We're good.
Okay, we're gonna do one guess the race.
Okay.
Oh, no, one. You
Just
can't,
one.
You can't do a teaser.
Maybe two.
Yeah,
All right.
we got a new player here.
Oh, I think he might have already played.
You ever play Guess the Race?
What's Guess the Race?
Guess the race.
Oh, Guess the Race.
Yes. So I read a
Of the
case and
crime.
you guess the race of the person that committed the crime.
Oh, okay, sure, I can play that.
So, New Mexico man allegedly runs over, kills girlfriend's husband during fight at dog park.
All right, New Mexico
man allegedly runs over, kills girlfriend's husband during fight at dog park. So he allegedly ran this guy over and killed him
at
in a
dog
New
park.
Mexico dog park. after
Killed his
the fight.
girlfriend's husband.
Yes. So she was cheating on him.
They
I'm
sound
assuming the
like,
guy confronts them.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
turns
this.
into cheaters.
I got a good guess.
I'm gonna say just regular white folk.
see, but-
American Indian.
Okay.
Maybe.
See, this is the thing though. You talk these things
Pretty
out.
good, man.
Yeah, I'm
New
saying regular
Mexico.
white
So I'm
folk.
saying New Mexico.
You got to know your geography.
Well, you want to know the reason why I guessed that?
Why is that?
When I moved out to California 20 years ago or whatever.
An Indian tried to run you over.
They all use your.
Well, no, we
You
stopped.
threw a cup out and the guy had one
Yeah.
tear
Oh,
coming
yeah.
down. his eye.
We stopped in New Mexico to get some food, and it was on a Sunday. We're like, you know what? We're gonna watch some football, have some drinks and whatever before we go back. So we go to just some like at Fridays or some kind of chain restaurants, and we go to order drinks. They're like, no, yeah, we're dry. We don't serve drinks. And we're like, Sunday.
Fire
I'm like,
water will get you.
yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, like the American
Well, the
Indian
reservation
population
was around
yeah,
there, right?
You're on a reservation.
they got
Yeah.
so bad where they were just
You're the
roaming the
alcoholics.
streets.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they were
did that to them.
terrorizing cars. They're passing out. Yeah.
They
They're-
did.
they
They
can't
have
handle
an
their
enzyme
booze.
right there.
I saw that when I was a little kid.
Well, no,
My
but-
dad took us there.
They have an enzyme that, or they're
There's-
missing an enzyme.
Well, it's like
that-
certain Asians are the same way. They
Yeah.
can't drink
Right.
alcohol.
Or
Yeah.
their
They
face
just-
gets all red. and
Yeah,
shit.
But
they
they
just
still
can't
love
take
all
it.
right. So
Well, yeah, they
you guys
learn
have-
to love
You've
it.
diverted me with your reservation story.
Well, I was giving you my thought that.
Oh,
I was
like,
so-
you know what?
He
Here's
was
a
drunk
nickel.
and all pissed off.
Yeah, here's a nickel for
Exactly.
wasting my time.
No, no. Kiki.
Instead of kicking the dog, he took it out on the husband.
That
All
was
right,
worth
so-
it. No way, I didn't guess.
I'm going to read it again.
You're rushing
Okay.
through the only one you have today.
I'm
here?
not rushing through. I want you guys
He's
to
gonna
talk
read
it
it
out.
again.
But if I let you go, you're going to start talking about how space isn't real and you saw a cryptid the other day.
Well, if we're gonna get into that, no.
And shout out to the Saigon whore that bit Kiki's nose.
Yeah, it's
Too
getting,
bad you
it's
didn't
healing.
take it. I know.
It's healing.
But he got an infection.
Yeah, whatever
Yellow
you were,
fever
whatever you were
infection.
chewing on before you bit my nose.
Probably a bat
took
or
effect,
some sort
yeah.
of snake. Some creature that came in a
Whatever
cage.
street food you were eating.
All right, so guess.
Oh no, you got to read it. I thought you were gonna read it again for Larry.
Well, I'm going to say black just to keep consistent with last time. I think I guessed black, everyone. It was
Pretty
wrong.
good guess. I mean, your odds
I was
are
right
good,
on
though.
one of them.
Probably the best odds there.
All right,
Yeah.
New Mexico man allegedly runs over. Get the hell out of here! What are you doing? You
trying to see the
cheating son of a
man.
bitch! I'm gonna slap you in the chops.
I just
dude.
want to see what the man looks
Yeah,
like.
you're cheating.
Sorry, I'm cheating. What's the difference?
No cheating.
I know.
Heart.
Runs
Yeah,
over,
he said
kills
his
girlfriend's husband during fight at dog park. What'd you say?
Yeah, that could,
I
African
said
American?
yes.
that could be anybody.
Caucasian?
Regular white folk. Yeah, Caucasian.
Native American?
Yep.
Larry wins.
Woo!
Just because there's no rhyme or reason, but I thought that was a very funny story.
Yeah, that could have been anybody.
Yeah,
Well,
you got the best
I
odds
mean,
with that
imagine
one.
being at a dog park and you get caught cheating. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
right.
not one plate, and you're African American.
I thought I
so-
was going to lose
Sure,
that
taking the
one,
dog
man,
a lot of
because, you know,
walks,
New
honey.
Mexico. I had some of
never
the
walks with
best
dogs on
Mexican
Tuesdays.
food of my life in Albuquerque, New Mexico when I was a kid and we were
Oh,
on
yeah.
a family vacation.
I bet, huh?
Yeah, it was like the real deal. It wasn't
Sure.
at Fridays.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
like
it was.
1978 or something. And
Yeah.
my dad's like,
Good
here, let's
stuff.
go here. And it was some, you know, off the beaten path shack. And I'm like, wow.
Those are the good ones.
So
Yeah,
opposite
yeah.
of Fridays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Complete
awesome. It
opposite.
was really good.
Ooh,
You
I'll
would have loved the needles.
I will tell you what. I had my
I love
most
a good dive
my
bar.
most expensive Mexican meal I've ever had in where the hell was I just at? Sedona.
$1,000.
No,
Is this story even true, too?
No.
He's making it up.
So well, no, we,
No,
you know,
he's
it looked
not.
had some good reviews and the pictures looked great. You know, in Sedona, I forget the name of the place, but it cost like $37.
You know it's a high good place.
Well, we went in there and specialized in tamales, so we got a tamale, really fancy.
Tamale in a room for
But
37
no, I mean
bucks.
they made the tamales to order, and it was 4 old Mexican women, and she said it was all her like grandma's special recipes.
What do you
Tamales
mean
are the
to
shit.
order?
Oh,
I
made,
mean,
they
how
made
many
the
ways
order.
can you have
order,
tamales?
but I mean,
Well, no, they
order
could have the
it, they
tamale
make it.
ready to go.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
they-
make it
oh,
there
they
as
made
you
it
order.
as you
I
ordered
see.
it.
I see. I
They
thought you were
ordered.
saying I want one with fish in there or something.
No,
I was going to
fish
say,
tamale. Well,
Yeah,
no, but
that's
I'm-
a weird one.
but you
I'm
don't
just
want to
saying the
mess
one
with.
thing you pull out of all the food. You're
Right,
like,
you can't change the
Fish.
traditional thing and then expect it to be.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
saying it's
I had a
very
chicken
funny.
tamale.
It
but
wasn't like all crazy
even the
tamales.
presentation was just fantastic.
That's
Every
cool.
bite was really. I mean, it was $36, I think.
Well,
lot
but
for a tamale.
36,
That's hell of a
dude.
tamale.
Me,
Oh,
me and my
well,
wife.
I got a thing of a small thing of chips, which were homemade, and horchata. But I mean, it was fantastic. But
That is a lot for a tamale, a thing of chips, and an
$37.
horchata. Okay.
Think
How many
about this.
tamales?
just one tamale.
Like I think they're $2.95.
Yeah, no, and
We
then,
go to
I mean,
Albert-
it was the size of an enchilada. But
Okay,
yeah, I
so it was
mean,
a jumbo
That's a
tamale.
giant-
Yeah.
What are these
Well,
people
but how many
Chinese?
but still,
tamales?
but no,
Tamale.
honestly, everything in Sedona was expensive as
Yes,
Yeah, it's
Sedona.
Painted
It's
desert?
Sedona.
Is that around there?
A lot of things were painted out there. I don't know.
It's Arizona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sedona,
yeah.
The boys
Arizona.
down of
It
Sedona.
sounds expensive.
it's a couple hours north of Scottsdale.
Yeah, it
My
sounds
buddy lives in Scottsdale.
Russ lives in Phoenix, and he's like, "Yeah, go to the. We're going to go to the Safeway. You know, he lives right in downtown Phoenix. I walked to the grocery store, and
It's like the Walking
there's
Dead.
a fight in the grocery store between this black guy and the Mexican guy that works there, and now they're fisticuffs, and the guy they're screaming at each other, and I run to the back of the store. I'm like, someone's going to get shot, and I'm like. And then nothing happened, and I'm like, man, in Chicago,
Oh, yeah.
there would have been, there would have been a dead mother.
But desert,
Helicopters in the street.
desert
shit.
people are a different breed, though.
It was
They're
weird, man.
Completely different.
I was like,
man.
wow, there's going to be a shooting right now, and I ran to the
They just
You
back.
think a lot
fought
of
and
people
walked
can
away from each
carry,
other.
too, and
Oh,
yeah.
no, I asked my buddy too because I'm like, there's cats.
No.
There's cats in the mountains and rattlesnakes. I'm like, you got your gun on you? He's like, no. I'm like, well, you don't need a concealed carry out here, do you? He's like, no, you can. Unless
Open
they,
carry,
yeah,
yeah.
You
he's
can't
like,
conceal nothing.
he's like, yeah, unless they change the laws, no, you can. Everybody's can carry out
Yeah.
here.
Everybody.
But he, yeah, he
But
didn't-
let me
yeah.
correct
No
my
permit or
last.
anything?
No,
Let
that's
me
Arizona.
correct my
I mean,
last
you gotta
story. The guard
gun
was the
has to be
black.
Yeah,
properly,
registered. Yeah.
The guard was the black guy, and he was a big.
But he was
fat
still
guy.
fighting a Hispanic guy.
Yeah, but he
the
choked
worker.
this guy out, and the guy's like, and he like got his ego bruised, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he got out of
Yeah,
there.
lucky he didn't come out and shoot.
And I'm
him
like,
for
that guy's
yeah.
coming back. I'm getting,
I'm
there's going to be a
getting-
shooting
I'm
in
getting that guy.
Chicago.
There's
There's
gonna
going
be
to
a
be
shooting.
some
Yeah,
chalk
they would've been
outlines.
against
Yeah,
war, right?
seriously.
They don't.
Nothing
get
happened.
along, those
How
black
about
Mexicans.
the New York or what do you call it? Chicago's mayor saying that there needs to be a ceasefire
Yeah.
in Gaza.
And did you
And
see all the
everybody's
comments?
Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
How about a ceasefire in Chicago?
Not
Yeah,
trying
how
to
about-
change the subject.
How about you take care of where you shit and you eat? It's
Exactly.
like,
Well,
come
here's
on.
what they're trying to deflect.
Right.
Well, it's not even about
He's
deflection.
virtue signaling is what he's doing. I'm a lib. I'm great. Here I am. I really care about
Why
Gaza.
would you even write that though?
He's
Well,
doing
what,
that-
like, he's virtue signaling.
But it's not
Right,
even, it's
right.
like, but what inside of you makes you look out your window and get into your armed
Well, here's-
guards
here's
with
what
your
it could-
car
yeah.
and go to work, and you're so scared that you have to have a convoy in Chicago.
But Needles, it could possibly be some woke kid that works for him that works his social media
yeah.
or Twitter, and they read it to
Here's
him.
what
He's
you
like,
gotta
yeah,
say.
whatever, that sounds
Right.
good,
Yeah,
and
it's
he
not-
doesn't
I mean-
realize how bad it's going to really make
Did you
him
see
look.
Biden-
That's not, I mean,
It
but
could
that's,
possibly
that's a
be
bold
that.
statement.
No, it
to
could be
make.
because Biden's press
very-
secretary.
Maybe
She
he had a
did
little
the
bit
thing.
too much Hennessy.
She-
you know
That's
what
what
I mean?
happens. That's how these guys
But
are
did you
run.
see what she did? She made a post as she was the president from her account instead of Biden's account.
So it
Did
was
you
like,
see that?
oh, was Biden borrowing your phone?
Yeah, exactly. So, well, you know, they write all that stuff anyways. The president doesn't have time.
Right.
Well, the best
Well,
is
he can't put two words together. How about
yeah.
how about the new words that he was saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
We're gonna have
shit?
Don Anforth read that on the next episode.
I
That's what
saw
we're
that.
doing
I
next.
didn't even. I just kind of shook my head and flipped to the thing. I didn't even.
You know, if you and then I'm gonna.
He gets a
It's like,
couple
holy-
things right, but at the same time he gets
It
wrong.
was-
Just
What-
wait,
how
have
about that story?
What
you
are
see
the
the-
couple things he gets right?
Well, no, here,
though?
did you see
He
the
gets the
videos
first
from like
cadence right.
20, 30 years ago of Biden?
Do we really
Oh,
want
well-
to talk about this?
well,
with
no,
the
well,
crime bill.
It's a different guy.
Well, no,
It's
but
not
it's a
him.
different
Well, he was
guy.
even talking about the sanctuary cities. He's like, well, we know by testing this out, it turns cities into dumps.
Well, one place did it.
Yeah,
and
well,
they
he's
were
like, we
yeah.
know this, and this is why we
And
don't
now he's
allow
on
the
it.
other way
And now
around.
he's
Very-
totally flip-flopped.
Very adamant about
Piece
it.
of crack cocaine
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
big,
Oh, yeah.
size of a quarter,
Well, we're ruining
mandatory.
minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
three
And
strike
now
law,
his son
yeah.
is.
Yeah. How things
it's
change
crazy.
though, right? We talked about
Well,
cryptids
here's-
and
here's
lizard
the-
people that
here's
have no
the thing
souls,
about
like
this,
Klaus
though.
Schwab.
They showed a shot last night on TV. Mary was watching some stuff. They showed Biden saying some stuff today,
So you like the
and then they
TV,
showed
right?
him back in
Good TV.
And then it showed him back in 2007 where he's totally against what he's saying now.
yeah.
But if you look at the guy,
Yeah.
different
Well,
mouth,
everything
different
about it,
ears,
yeah.
different skull
He looks
shape.
different, yes.
It ain't the same guy.
Well,
In
he is
4
like
years-
90
cannot
years
be
old.
the same
No, but
guy.
he's
In
a
4
lot
years,
different.
they have destroyed this country, which is crazy. If you, from every aspect and
Well,
every
dude,
angle.
They said
they
he was
could.
going to do
Check
it.
it out,
They
though.
said he was going to do
Like,
it for
did-
4 years.
You
before it
guys,
happened.
you guys heard the video, the recording of Carrie Lake. With
Oh,
the,
yeah,
Ivory,
the
getting
head of
bribed.
the Republican Party in Arizona.
Carrie Lake is awesome.
Yeah, well, and it's like, okay, this
pretty
guy's
hot.
like,
Grow
well,
her hair out.
we'll give you all this
I
money.
like her
We'll
how
give you
she
a
is.
cush job at some
Yeah.
big company making
Not
just
to
money.
run.
They're going to be like Bird
Not to
Brain.
run
What's
for
her
2
name?
years. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, why 2 years?
Nikki
Hales-
Haley.
What? Yeah.
Nikki
What are
Haley.
they trying to do in the
bring her
next
back
2
in 2
years?
years,
They're
yeah.
like, well, we don't care what you do in 2 years. Like, what do they want to try to do in the next 2
And then,
years?
and then she's like, I don't care.
Whatever
A
they
million,
can get
2
away with.
million,
Yeah.
5 million,
You
a
can't
billion.
buy
You
me.
can't buy me. And then
Here's
the
my
guy says to her,
firstborn.
name your price.
Well, yeah, it's at least come back with like an offer. Give me
Right, yeah.
something. And it's like, oh
Holy
man.
shit.
And he's
But
like,
yeah,
I
you know
can't
what?
tell you who it is,
God's-
but the people are real high up and
Yeah,
important.
but
Well, and then he
Real
came
high
back
up.
with a
You
list
know how
of,
high they are.
a list of
They're
It
high,
was
all right.
that he
interesting.
wanted.
Yeah,
He
I'll
said,
tell you what. There's nothing hotter than that, and
Well,
and she's pretty hot.
turning down
Oh,
a
dude,
bribe
she
very
is.
hot.
She's
Pretty
good
hot,
looking.
and it's just like a strong woman. You
And,
gotta
and
love
you know
that.
what? At my age, the range and the eyesight, everything just the eyesight deteriorates and your range opens up like crazy. You'll see.
Yeah. No,
It's
You got beer
better.
goggles on all the time.
but
Yeah, you don't even need to have a drink.
every interview I've heard with Carrie Lake, I love her.
No.
Oh, me
Well, it's
too.
like,
Me too.
And then you hear like Nikki Haley.
She's for real.
She is just a
She's-
bird brain,
Oh,
man.
well, even like Vivek was saying, he's like Nikki Haley was
communist.
broke as can be. All of a sudden, she gets voted into this or that, and now
Yeah.
she's on the board of this. She's a
Yeah.
warmonger, and she's got millions of
yeah,
dollars,
she would-
and she just sits there like all dumbfounded, like.
And then she's
Yeah.
How
going.
about her claiming victory?
Yeah, well, how about her claiming she
And she-
got
I mean-
teased as a child for being brown? And I'm like, I didn't even, when they said she was an Indian, I thought they meant American Indian.
Yeah, I had no clue she was.
And then
Indian.
all of a
Said
sudden
her
it's
parents
East
were
Indian. I'm like,
Indian.
man, she's whiter than me.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. Some of it you can't even
The only
tell.
brown
But
she is
I'm
a
sure they
dumpster
didn't
dog.
make fun of her at school because of
No,
her
they just
color.
got it pretty easy. They don't get made fun of.
I
that
wanted to
much.
bang her when I thought she was white. I
guess they
still
do,
want to
you
bang
know,
her. I
in a
thought
way,
she
but-
thinks she's Indian.
I mean,
I think my first girlfriend was Indian.
You think?
But she didn't admit it because it wasn't cool back then in the 70s. And she was hotter than hell, man. She was really fucking...
Oh,
and,
dude,
Indian
we had a
chicks
buddy
are
in high school. You know, he was.
and I thought her dad was Mexican because I was a dumb kid. But thinking back, he was Indian.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't think about it.
yeah.
Well, I had a buddy in high school. He was Syrian, and he would tell everybody, "No, I'm Italian," just because he didn't, you know.
Sure.
He didn't want to get made fun
Yeah,
of.
well,
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Or just be
And we-
not cool.
Yeah, we
like
would,
the
and
reason back
we would
in the
bust his
50s,
balls 'cause
like
he was a great guy.
today, Polish people speak Polish, Italian people speak Italian, all this stuff.
Back
Back
in
in
the
the
day.
50s, they didn't want
They
to
all spoke
associate with that.
English,
They all
right.
spoke English, and then their children didn't
Spoke
know how to
English.
speak
They
Greek
changed-
or
Oh no,
Italian
that's
or
my
whatever.
parents. So
change your names at Ellis Island.
And now it's okay again.
Yeah.
Now it's cool.
So my grandparents came over in the early 1900s, and like that's the thing. My grandfather, because my mom wanted to speak Italian, and my grandfather's like, "No, we're
No.
American now. We
Right,
speak. You
yes.
speak English here." Same with my Polish family. They're like, "No,
fucking
you're
right.
Polish. You speak
they wanted
English."
to
here."
assimilate.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. It's how you.
They
And
put
that's how
pride into it
Yeah.
too.
Because
And-
it's America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on a job
America.
site,
and that's what you had to do.
The Mexicans speak Spanish, and
Yes.
the Polacks speak
Speak
Polish.
Italian, everybody
Everybody
speaks
speaks their
the
own
only.
shit.
And when
Yeah.
you think about it now, it's
Crazy.
like it would have been great to learn all the separate shit. If I can speak Polish and
They
Italian,
had it going on better racially back then than they do now.
Well,
now we are
people
more
were proud.
segregated.
Yeah, people were proud to be American.
Right.
Well,
You know?
that's the one thing we've lost is pride in this country.
Yeah.
I love this country, but I hate the people who are running it. They're just
Yeah.
running it right into the ground.
Well,
in
that's
front
how
of
that's
us,
how you
man.
lost the pride in it because all the China shit. Now you get the cheap
Yeah.
products. Everyone's pissed. They all lost their jobs. Country sucks because all the jobs went to China. I lost my job.
You
You
know
know what I
what?
mean? They did it on purpose. They
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
did it on purpose. They
Just
did
like
it.
And the other thing is they inflate. They give everyone a trophy syndrome. Mediocrity is okay, so they don't want people to really stand
Try
out.
anymore.
Well, you don't
Right.
you don't want to
If you
strive
stand
for the top
out,
anymore.
that's white
yeah.
supremacy.
That's
Or
why.
not
That's
even
why
you don't wanna
teenagers
put
are
your effort
crying.
in better than anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's equal, which is all this communist BS they
It's
push.
Which is
what it
exactly
It's
the
really-
opposite of
it's
like
like
say,
socialist, communist.
And the
same
worst
word.
is the internet, which we always talk about. Like
Which-
these people stare at their phones.
Yes.
the
That's-
stuff that
And
they're spitting today is Marxism, right out of the Karl Marx book.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what Martin Luther King was saying
Same
is
thing.
what should be going on. No, he was
No.
judge people by their fucking
Oh
actions.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Your character,
By their accomplishments,
not the
everything,
color
yeah.
of
core
your skin.
values,
Yeah.
Yes.
core values.
There's good and
Everything that
bad of
matters in life.
everybody,
Are
you
you
know.
good or are you evil? That's
Right,
all that
yeah,
matters.
right.
Yeah, I was thinking the other one,
Like-
the other black.
Oh, Malcolm X.
It's like you look
Malcolm
at-
X. Malcolm X.
You look at these people, these high-ranking politicians, and some of these people have been named in a little black book.
Yes.
And they
yes.
still go out there with this bravado,
Yes.
this narcissist.
Well,
people
they have
that
to
are
act like nothing ever happened.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy how they
That's
carry
right. Yeah,
themselves.
that's crazy.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
Mr. Clinton was on this list. How many times? Over 50? And it's like, what are you doing down there? You're not going down there
Yeah.
to play Yahtzee. And
They
we
just
all know
ignore
that.
it.
You know the crazy thing is though, everybody you talk about Bill Clinton, they're like, I love Bill. He's a great, fun guy. But they're like, Hillary on the other hand,
I don't
everybody
like her.
everybody loves Bill.
Hey,
He's just a
don't-
fun-time Charlie.
Don't
thing
badmouth
is-
Hillary. We don't want anyone.
yeah, you don't wanna end up
we don't
on
want
another
anyone to
list
commit
somewhere.
suicide.
Somebody's grocery list. You know
Unalive
what I mean?
themselves.
yeah.
But that's a problem, though. It's like the funny thing is when you see it when Trump showed his hand and they're like, it's syphilis. Like,
Oh,
what?
jeez. Yeah, like
And that-
MSNBC.
like, people
yeah.
can just say anything
Oh,
they
yeah.
want. Right
He
now.
was
Like,
so mad he slammed his hand down and
And
yeah,
you know what it
that's like
was?
everybody's got
Like
a
for a
take on
golfing
everything.
glove.
What's that?
Some guy, Mary,
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard
it's a
little
go- it's-
Patriot
yeah,
websites.
it's
One
from-
guy writes, he's like, I golf. That's where the holes are in the glove, and of this kind.
really? Just made
yeah,
it-
Yeah,
the
it's just
guy's
from the
golfing
golf
his
club,
ass
yeah.
off.
yeah. I
Oh,
know
he's
He's
got
got
the
blisters
imprint on it?
from
What's
the driver and stuff.
Well, yeah, because
You
yeah,
see
the
the
red because they had a
imprint
little
on it,
couple holes on it.
basically,
Yeah.
Well, they were making it, and then they showed them
And they act like,
doctoring
yeah,
the
he's
video.
gonna die.
Where they like lighten the
Really?
hand.
Yeah.
You're
They
serious.
do all this stuff like nothing.
Well,
is
that's
real.
That's what they
anymore.
did with
It
Joe
really
Rogan
Yeah, he's
when he
waving
said he
the-
took the horse dewormer. They made it.
Ivermectin?
Yeah, they
Oh,
made
shit.
his.
I shouldn't have said
Yeah,
that.
I seen that picture.
Yeah, they made his face like all his skin all yellow and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, oh, look at him, he looks horrible.
People can
This-
do
oh,
that.
yeah,
man.
oh
Like,
yeah.
Did you see that stuff about
All
somebody
pictures are
created
fake. You can't trust a picture.
Taylor Swift AI
Yes.
nudes and stuff like this?
Porn, not nudes.
Well, yeah,
hardcore
okay,
porn,
yeah,
Taylor
okay. I didn't
Swift.
want to go that far, but
Well,
yes,
we're not.
I
Are you
understand,
sure
yes.
they're not really Taylor?
They are not.
They're not.
Oh, so you just
Do
ruined
you
my,
think,
you just
do you
ruined my
think
night.
that she would do something as dumb as that?
You never
Taylor
know. I mean,
Swift.
she's-
Yeah, she's
What do you
she's
mean?
stranger
You
my-
don't
things
know.
have
You're talking
happened.
about the biggest pop star.
Yeah,
in
no,
the
she-
world.
Taylor
You're
Swift
gonna
is
start
smart.
doing
Yes,
hardcore.
She's got a lot to lose. It's
Yeah.
not like
She has people
you know,
surrounding her
I get it. It's
24/7.
funny, though,
Like if
that
she's
these
about to
deep-
do
It's not
something
like-
dumb, they're
We've
not going to
talked
allow
about
it.
this
Right.
deep fakes where these
No
guys
problem.
get
She
AI
would never do
girlfriends.
anything like that. Not Taylor.
Yeah.
well, maybe she would, but
No,
they're not going to
Taylor.
let nobody film it.
I'll tell you what.
I'm not saying she don't
I
get
believe
down.
all the
I would
deep
like to
fakes because I
imagine.
like the porn ones.
Well, the whole thing is also that they can make deep fakes anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and the funny thing is,
Yeah, that's
dude, we
true.
talked
Like
about
all the
dudes-
ones with me out there, that's all deep fake. I didn't do any of that
you
stuff.
just Highland Hitler and doing crazy stuff. you
The
know?
D- I remember
oh,
the-
actually, that was
The
a real
tourist guy
video.
you're talking about, the picture of the tourist fellow, he took the one picture of himself in a building, and then after 9/11, he superimposed a plane coming like he's on the top of a building waving. So behind him put a plane, and then since then now people have taken him and put him in front of every
Oh,
disaster.
like Photoshop.
Sure. Oh,
Like,
yeah,
now
yeah,
he's
yeah,
standing in front of
yes, yes, yes.
Titanic. He's standing
I've
in front
seen
of
that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Some
I've seen
guy.
that.
It's like the Hibbler movie when they do
That
the
was the
UFO
thing, that was-
and they do Superman flying.
like a
in.
flat Stanley sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
very
that.
It
excited
was
for
funny,
tomorrow
yeah.
night.
What's
tomorrow?
oh,
We're
what's
going to
tomorrow?
see Sam Tripoli.
Oh, is it
oh,
tomorrow?
it's tomorrow?
Yes,
Oh, and
Oh,
also
what time?
9:30.
All right, I got.
Okay.
Ooh,
I thought we were
gotta
gonna
tell
go meet
Scotty.
up for-
I was supposed to go get some dinner with him. I got to
I
cancel.
told you this last
Wait,
week.
what's going on?
Who are you going
that's
to
a
see?
week ago. You told me. You think I'm going to remember that?
You should.
Son of a.
Who are you going to see?
Speaking of gigs, though, let me
that's gonna
just
be-
say
that's-
that
oh, I'm
that
pumped.
that Spirit of '77 gig that
Here
I
we
was
go
talking
again.
about on February 10th. Anybody that heard his previous episode that I said to show up, that gig got canceled.
It did.
No,
come
well,
Why?
they got COVID.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Where are you
They
guys
got-
going tomorrow night?
We
What's
got the
going on?
cerveza sickness.
We're going to go see this comedian,
Ooh.
Sam Tripoli.
Yeah.
Well, he is a bad,
I told you
bad
about
ass
it.
podcast.
I
Yeah.
said, hey, Mark, me and Needles
conspiracy
are going to
theories.
go see a comedian with a bunch of his friends. I'm
Oh.
sure you won't want to go. You think we should get you a ticket? And you're like, you know me.
I don't
You
even
said.
Let's go. Oh,
You
It was
can
in
come
the-
wait
so
if you
where's it
want.
at?
I
Yeah.
did.
Batavia.
oh yeah,
Alright.
dude, this is gonna be.
Well, maybe I'll go if
badass,
I'm
dude.
not asleep
pumped.
at 9:30.
That's what you
Yeah,
told
exactly.
me.
You don't want to clean
And
the
that's
floors
why I didn't
that
get you a
early, do
ticket
you?
because how much of the tickets? Like 40, 50 bucks?
Not even. It wasn't
20,
even
30.
something like that. It wasn't
That's
that
gonna be.
much.
That's gonna be
Maybe
awesome.
you should
though.
come
40
to
at
the
the
door.
Still, I
and
didn't
go,
think you'd
I'll go.
want
If
to
I
pay
feel like
30
going,
bucks in it.
Not
Well,
go.
is it sold out? Will he be
I
able
don't
to
know.
go?
I have to look it up.
Probably
I'm not gonna put it on the
is.
podcast.
I'll find
but-
out. No big deal. I'll be asleep anyways.
Because like if you didn't
It's
have
gonna be
tickets
great.
for the midget wrestling, you
Right.
wouldn't have been able to walk in.
Oh, yeah.
That thing was jam
I don't
packed.
know.
Oh, shit.
I don't know about that.
Well,
They were
yeah,
like-
they probably
They
would.
probably
Tom,
would have
Dick, and
taken
Harry,
money. Yeah,
yeah, they
They're
would
like,
have
we don't care if we overpack this
Yeah,
place.
and
Yeah,
guy,
you're probably
he's
right.
Like,
Like you
he's
fit
gonna
in.
leave early
Get in
anyway.
there.
That's right.
You're late for the show.
Yeah,
Get
here's a
in there.
wrestling belt to wear.
Yeah, we'll see. I like to see comics are funny. I haven't seen
And that
comics
was
in a long
a
time. They are
bad.
funny.
Well,
as hell.
I don't know if is it gonna be like a is he gonna do a podcast or is he gonna do like
No, he's
Oh,
going
who
to
is
stand
this
up.
guy?
is he doing
Yeah, he's
stand up?
going to do stand up. He's a guy
Yeah,
who does conspiracy theories.
Oh,
He
But,
does
I
a,
mean,
a
but he
lot
is-
of
he-
podcasts.
he is like- it's a
like-minded,
well-known
us.
show. Yeah,
he's
well-known
very
show.
like-minded.
yeah.
So
I
He got
Actually,
me
you know
to-
what? I listened. Needles told me to listen to it, and I thought, "What does he know?" and stuff. But I gave it a
Yeah,
shot, and I actually got sucked into it, and then
Sure.
listened to another one. Yeah,
Right,
it was
right.
actually really
maybe
good.
we should start a podcast up. But what does he know? And you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I
There's
like
some guys I
him
listen
because
to.
he had my man George Weissman on there about the hydrogen water machine,
Yeah.
which I have.
Yeah.
Brown's
I
gas.
swear by that thing. Yeah, Brown's gas.
Yeah.
I swear by that machine. I
You know,
love it.
though, there's
What, in
so
your car
much-
you put it?
No,
No,
I in my
those are-
house. It's a big
like a
machine,
water
but yeah, it makes
filtration
hydrogen
unit.
water. So I
Yeah.
drink hydrogen water. I've been doing it for like a
Okay.
year.
Well,
I love it.
So now
Yeah,
it
so-
pumps hydrogen bubbles into the water.
Well, not hydrogen
infuses
bubbles.
it.
It turns. You take distilled water and it turns the water with.
It puts
through
more
the plates.
hydrogen in it
No,
than
it turns it
normal?
into a high. Well, it turns it into a
hydrogen.
low percentage of hydrogen. High percentage hydrogen. You know, it's flammable, can explode.
He's like an old school vacuum salesman.
So when you
salesman just
Yeah.
shows,
so
"Look
when
at
you
my- my house
spontaneously
hydrating."
combust, we'll know
Right, that
why.
was-
yeah,
you're full of
exactly.
gas,
but no,
right,
but it's like 2-3%, I believe, hydrogen. It bubbles the distilled water, Oh, it's fantastic. It's kind of weird to say, but
Is it like sparkling bubbly water, mineral water?
No.
No,
But
Not at all?
it has zero
Zero
ppm.
bubbles.
No
Everything is
carbonation.
0 ppm whatsoever in it. But it's hard. It's weird to say this, but it tastes wetter than regular water. It's
Wow.
like, but it's. I love it. I drink it
I
every
knew a
single
girl
day.
like that.
Yeah, I drink it all day, every day.
Did you see
That's
this
all I do.
device they got in the car now that does this thing about the hydrogen? It sounds similar to what you have,
There's the
actually.
cat.
It's in a car. And
What
you're
is it?
supposed to get better mileage.
Yes.
Some type of hydrogen thing they put in the car now.
Well, I think
I've seen
Toyota
this.
is actually
I've seen
big
this.
in the
Well, I've seen this other thing
Batteries?
where they said, here's this piece.
hydrogen.
It's a simple
I know, but-
plug-in piece. They don't want anybody to find out about it.
The computer
Because
one?
with this thing, you'll get twice the gas
Yeah, I got
mileage.
one
The
of those
cars
computer
are
ones.
rigged
I got that.
to. Well, no. This
they're
is
rigged
an
to burn
extra
gas, yeah.
aftermarket thing.
Right, you plug
They're
in
saying
the
the car
OCB
manufacturers
thing.
are designing the motors to
Yes.
suck more gas
Right, of
than
course.
is
The
the auto
necessary.
industry is
Well, yeah, it's
filled
all
with
about
shady
spending
people.
money.
I bought one of
Yeah.
those.
I mean, John
I plugged
DeLorean,
it in and it
remember
kept
him?
blinking green and nothing tells me what to do.
Did you ever see that DeLorean documentary
Yeah, I
movie?
wasn't sure what to
The,
do.
Awesome.
the cases of blow.
Oh,
Can't
that's
find
yeah,
any
that's
information
part of
about
it too.
this
He's been in a couple
But I
movies.
got
so-
one for $50.
What's that?
He was
One
an
of those devices
entrepreneur.
to save the gas. You plug it into your computer, it says.
Well,
Like he was talking about.
Why do
Tube
you?
and a bucket.
Why do you do it? Why do you?
I plugged it in.
You go to other cars and get
and
gas.
the light is just blinking. Green.
Okay. Well, what did it come with any instructions?
No,
Man,
it
this
didn't
is
come with
crazy.
any
I'm sure that's
instructions.
all you got to do, man.
Well,
it's gonna
it
blink.
looks so green when I drive along at night. There's a green blinking.
Well, have you
light in
noticed,
my
like, if you
car.
fill up your tank, you get more
Well,
gas
wait,
mileage?
where's-
No, I didn't notice that.
Where does it plug in?
So they're just
right,
tracking you.
right by the computer thing where you plug in to test the car, like you
Underneath your steering wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that
It's
called?
that,
It came from-
right?
Plug,
As
Came
yeah.
from
far as I can
Tijuana.
tell, yes.
Well, why don't you put some tape over it?
Yeah, well, like I said, I tried it. I drove around for a week or two
Don't
with
touch
it,
Kiki.
and I didn't see any difference in the mileage. Is the thing. I saw no difference in the mileage.
Yeah.
So you think it's farcical?
Yeah, I don't. I
Actually,
really don't know.
I mean,
though.
so you just where'd you buy this thing from?
I got the internet, TV. You know,
Don
you,
Anforth.
You know,
Hector's mobile gas
see that
station.
Where do
Larry?
you get those things that you call?
I
up
don't
and
know.
you-
I'm asking
Was it
just
on-
a simple
It was,
question.
it was an
man.
infomercial at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, it was
Hector.
one of those things. It was
Hector's
on the
gas saving-
internet or on the TV. One of
And
those
it
ads.
was-
You
Well,
know,
that's
And it was-
completely different. If it's the internet or the TV, did you see an ad or did you just find this on like Amazon?
yeah, it was.
Well, let me see this thing. I'll test it out.
It's in my car. Well, I got it in my car. I keep forgetting to bring it
But
in.
what does it do though?
It's supposed to save you gas.
But does it?
I don't know.
What do you mean? How long have you had it
I
in there?
don't know. I took it out because the blinking
Blinking
light
light.
made me nervous. I was afraid of it.
No, I mean, there are a lot of chips and stuff you can put in the cars that change the way it runs. And
Right,
this and that,
exactly.
A
which
lot of that shit
can't
is
seem
all
to-
electronic also.
And it's
though,
not
so-
really
Oh,
good
yeah.
either for your
So
car. I
crazy.
wouldn't
It's
use it.
not, huh?
But
Yeah,
if you
they
can,
say
I
it's
mean,
not the-
even if
you
you
don't
save
know. You don't
10%, you think about over a
Who knows?
year how much money you can save.
Right,
It could
yeah.
be. It
You
could
know,
be a
listen,
big
we'll
deal, but you
start
never know.
buying carbon credits. And
Well,
we'll
It just made me
According-
nervous
yeah.
to think kept
According
blinking.
to the thing that I saw, it would double your mileage.
Yeah, this other
Well,
thing.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
that's,
First of all, anybody that comes up with the good car idea usually gets murked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You know,
true.
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
That's
yes.
true.
Well, it's
It's
like
been proven.
we've
in
all
time.
grown up. If it's too good,
You
if it
don't-
sounds too good to be
True,
true,
it probably
Well, no.
is.
Or
Especially from
if
the
you-
Chinese, right?
Or
I
if you
mean,
invent a motor that runs on water, just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, right.
Seriously.
Exactly.
Shut
Or
your
just
mouth and
build
forget
it,
about
right.
it.
yeah.
Maybe show a few of your family members or something,
And then,
close friends.
well,
but-
don't even do that. You know
Yeah,
what?
no,
Just-
you're right.
anonymously download
have-
it to the internet somehow and just share
No,
it with everybody.
or
Because,
just
yeah,
find
you
a
can't make
buyer
money on
who's
that
got
stuff.
cash. I mean, listen, there are people that are smarter than us.
No
That-
kidding.
No.
No.
I haven't found
I mean, you want to
anybody.
be so silly. That's very funny. But people that are smarter and put more time into
Daniel
stuff,
Dog
like, you know what I
smarter
mean?
than
Like
me.
there are people that are obsessed with clean energy, but not like windmills and shit.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, actual devices that are
Wait,
going to
Yeah,
work.
that, or save humanity.
Have
They
you
have
ever-
it. They have all kinds of things that work better than
You
gas and
can
fuel.
look at the well, yeah, definitely.
Now, have you ever listened to Rogan podcast with Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson?
And I have not.
I
And the
might
only
have, I just
time,
don't know the people.
So these Randall Carlson's been working with guys, PhDs. I don't know. I forget the technology, but they've been some new energy technology that's actually really working and have some high end people like. I don't know about Musk, but high end people really looking, researching
It's
and
like-
stuff, testing it, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is the real deal.
it
Right.
works.
What kind
I don't know
of,
if it's
I
like
mean,
plasma stuff.
Yeah, I was
We're
going to
not
say
gonna
it
see
has
it.
to be
Different-
something completely different than we've seen because
They got
we've
a
seen that
couple-
Yeah,
batteries
it's-
stink.
And they already found the guy in the trunk of a Coupe de
No
Ville.
shit.
Yeah, well,
you
no,
know,
but
left
the
side.
beauty of it is they've,
Yeah, no,
they've
it's-
invited a lot of people out to view this technology working, and it's like,
It's
all right, holy
crazy
crap,
how
it's working.
okay, so the government knows more than they're willing to let us know. Like,
Obviously.
I mean, and they have,
Yeah.
I mean,
Much
unamassed so much stuff, or amassed so much technology that we couldn't even fathom what they have.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
And the stuff that they keep from us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So nothing really shocks me anymore.
Right.
But it's like, oh, remember when people were like, oh, if you let people know about aliens, it's gonna freak everybody out. But they slowly.
Well, here's the thing that bothers me now. Now all of a sudden the government's like, oh yeah, there's UFOs everywhere.
Yeah,
And they're
exactly.
dangerous.
It's like, all right, it's
and
like,
they're a big
okay.
threat. Yeah.
Well-
So now it's like, okay, you're telling us you are the ones controlling these UFOs.
Well,
basically.
yeah, exactly.
That's what I believe.
Once the government claims something's real,
Who was
fake.
what are the huge military contractors like Northrop
Boeing,
Grumman?
Bigelow.
Northrop,
Yeah, Bigelow, Northrop Grumman, and what's the other one? I forget the
not
other one.
Boeing. Shoot.
Skunk Works or
No, Skunkworks was actually a group of guys creating. I don't know if it was SR-71 or something like
there's
The
that.
Blackbird.
Black, yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
well, no,
I'm not
I forget.
trying-
It's Northrop Grumman, something like that.
Yeah,
I forget the other one.
Northrop
Or,
Grumman,
there's
Northrop
another
Grumman,
one. There's another
yeah.
name, but I think the original
there it
owner, like his name was that.
Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
No, I think he's
That's
dead
not
now.
his original name.
Well, I think he's dead now, but
Jet Parsons.
he got but he got recorded saying, like back in the '80s, he's like, we have technology like you're seeing on Star Trek.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he said,
yeah.
yes, like we already have it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
There's people that claim
first
the whole
man
moon
to
was
kiss an
there
African
with those rockets.
African American woman on Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was a hottie. Oh wait,
Yeah.
Advances
Oh,
we've
yeah.
made.
you know, hey, you know what? Speaking of that, it's kind of funny. I
Billy
saw
Schatz.
good old Billy Schatz. I love Billy Schatz, dude.
Great
He's like
Christmas
the only
album.
actor that uses his name in anything he does acting. He's Billy Schatz, and you gotta love him.
Well,
Who does that?
But
who
here's
does what?
Who uses Billy Schatz?
well, William. I mean,
William
we call him
Shatner.
Billy
Yeah,
Schatz.
Billy
No, I
Schatz.
know,
That's our
but
name.
not when he's acting in an actual
Oh yeah,
role.
Billy
Oh
Schatz
yeah,
would be
he's William
awesome.
Shatner. He's
William
all the
Shatner.
roles he does.
He acts as himself.
Not in Star Trek, but yeah, he's like William Shatner in all the different shows he does.
Oh, I didn't know
What
that.
But
else
all
would
right,
he-
but
I
here,
mean,
well,
pseudonym,
TJ
a
Hooker.
funny you
moniker.
brought
TJ
up that he kissed the first black woman on TV, but that black woman,
Calm
I
down,
just,
Larry.
All right.
well, she was actually pretty smoking hot.
She was.
Yes, she was.
I saw her doing
still in my
a
wank
YouTube.
bank.
Yeah, right.
Was she wasn't painted green, was she?
No,
No.
no,
No, that was another
No.
one. Yeah.
She had a
Talk about-
YouTube video and she was talking about how she wanted to quit. She was quitting Star Trek,
Yeah.
and then she met Martin Luther King, and he's like, "I'm a huge fan." He's like, "This is the only show I'll let my children watch because you're an equal. You're in space.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you. It doesn't matter what
Nobody's
flavor, what color
treating
you
you
are.
There's
there's
different.
no racism in
Yeah,
space.
it's like you're an equal. And he's like, and she said, "Well, I'm quitting. I'm actually going back to being a singer and stuff like that." And he's like, he's like, he almost lost it. He's like, "No, you can't quit."
MLK said that?
Yeah, MLK said this to her. He's like, "No, you can't quit.
You know,
You
so
have
she
first
to."
thing
fell
off the
asleep
show.
and
Yeah,
woke
and
up the next day.
Yeah, and she's like, well, after that, she's like,
I
I'm back
stayed
in.
for a while.
Yeah,
And
and
then
which is a pretty cool story.
I think it only lasts like 2 seasons.
No, it went on for
No,
quite some time.
Star Trek.
Are you
I don't think
sure?
no, I don't
6
think
seasons.
it did
It
one.
won 6 times. The 7th season was a cartoon that actually won awards. Had the same scripts and everything. They were narrating the cartoon on Saturday mornings.
Really?
It got tons of awards actually.
I didn't get into Star Trek.
I think it was
either.
6 seasons.
Not a dork.
Shatner came back the second season.
I was into Real
40
Girls.
pounds overweight.
And if
The first season he was
but-
all slick and handsome and
Yeah.
he looked like a hero. And I loved the show.
Yeah,
Next season he comes back, he's got this big fucking belly on him.
You couldn't beat off
does?
to it anymore.
Even as a fucking child, I was
I
like,
never- yeah.
how could he possibly be fighting these aliens? Right.
beam me up, Scotty.
Oh, shit, Billy. Oh, he had a. Okay,
Shatner.
that's.
He had
I
a
was
big belly
saying,
on him the
well,
next season. The next season.
See, yeah, I don't remember any of this.
very,
I do
Hollywood
like-
likes to
now I like
indulge,
Star
which
Trek.
is very funny. If you look back at that old stuff, it's so archaic, like just like flashing buttons.
But you
Yeah,
know,
it's
I
excellent.
crazy.
I don't know who the creators are, but there's a conspiracy theory talked about how the creators were actually talking to
Yeah.
powers
Ray
greater
Bradbury.
than
the
themselves.
powers that be.
above us. Yeah.
All those guys.
And they
channel
were
shit,
people
them
from
science
space.
fiction.
Yeah, and they were giving them the ideas of what really happens,
Well,
what the
if
technology.
you go back in time, like
They've
we were
got that
like
shit.
we were talking about that. What was that thing from? If I Was the Devil from 1965. This guy literally laid. Remember?
And
did
he
you see
laid
that?
it out exactly what they're doing
Oh,
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And they're
I
doing
would
it.
drug everybody. I would give
Yeah.
everybody drink. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I would create civil war.
If I
would
was the
create
devil.
inequality. Yeah.
That is, yeah. Who was that again? That-
I forgot. But
can look it up.
speaking of the Star Trek
That's really
thing,
scary.
Well,
They
it's
just-
65. That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
know.
Like it's Orson Welles stuff.
Well,
1984.
speaking of
20
Orson
years
Welles,
before
Orson
Yeah.
Welles, 1984. Orson Welles is War of the Worlds. 1984 is George Orwell. You
Oh,
said
George
Yeah,
Orwell. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I
You
apologize.
said this
Yes,
before,
yes,
and
yes.
Don't let
and
that
I-
happen again.
No, but thank you
I
for
watched the
correcting
episode
me. I
and I'm like,
appreciate it.
oh, how could I let that
In
slide?
H.G.
I know that
Wells.
that's not. But anyways,
H.G. Wells wrote War of the Worlds.
but Orson
Orson Welles
Welles
was
did
the
it on
radio.
a
Okay, so
thing.
then there we go. Thank
I mean,
you.
I
Well,
know
yeah,
he's
relation.
not
He
getting
did
that. No
experiment
relation.
on
Listen,
But let me
Thank
just
you,
say,
Larry.
you're welcome, buddy. But let me just say this
guy
real
wants to
quick.
fight. I'm gonna kick him right in the ribs.
But no, that's how it's supposed. That's
Which
how
one's
buddies are
Mary
supposed to be.
was
yeah.
reading on the internet today, and there's a reason they said this. The Pentagon says that they're not ready or geared up or have enough
Manpower.
weaponry or manpower for an alien attack. So get ready for some big fake.
Right.
Here's the
Get
gist
ready
of this.
for the fake
Or when they
alien
shut down
attack.
the
What if
internet,
aliens
that's the
come and attack?
problem.
Well, we're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Alien attack!
If aliens ever wanted to attack and destroy our world, they wouldn't even have to show their
What time
face.
are we at,
They would have
Larry?
done it by now.
No, no, they can just drop some disease
It's no
on
threat.
a
Go.
vader and
Did you
onto
hear
his,
that?
What?
Say that again, Larry.
58.
Darn.
Oh.
This kid is
Someone's
on,
got an
on
internal
point.
clock.
Well,
that
no, let me
literally
just say
yells
something.
At me in the
I do
group
remember
chat,
your- I do
chatting
remember
about
Last
it.
time, wait, let me tell you
Oh,
something.
They totally put
Let
me down about it.
No,
too.
let me say
Kiki?
something. No,
I
let me
will
tell
give-
you
I will
something.
give you that today.
The last 3 times when you said, what time are we at? And I said 54, because of my eyes.
I
One
know.
time it was 34. One time it was
44.
44.
I know,
And
but
then another time it was like
You're missing the point.
over.
We already
so
went
we
over
never,
that between the both
so
of us
your-
when we.
But
did
your
a high
internal
five.
clock.
So
didn't
what
really
is
work.
it? Take another look. Is your,
Should be almost
are your
an hour
eyes
right
actually
now.
playing with you today?
Maybe. 59, 42.
But yeah, no. If aliens wanted to destroy us, they wouldn't have to set foot on this planet. They can just drop a biological disease and knock us out, and they can go to space for a day.
Yeah.
20 years will pass, and we'll all be dead. Seriously, that's how it would work.
They would have
They
killed
would
us a
never
long time
come down.
ago
Yeah,
if they wanted to.
the only reason they would come down here is if they wanted to.
Oh,
Actually
they've been coming
communicate
down
with
here
us.
for millions of years.
Well, yeah, but if they want to communicate with us,
I don't know.
They
that's
don't
the only
communicate with
what's
us. They
real,
communicate
what's
with them.
fake.
They're running them. They
I
run.
don't-
They run it. The whole thing.
Nothing
these aliens.
surprises me anymore.
If there are aliens, lizards, like we're saying, because they're so soulless,
Yeah.
They come
they're
from
they're
the core
running
of the earth.
right.
running
They're
the whole thing.
they're running the
no, the lizard people
government.
aren't
They don't
running
come
it.
from the core of the
They
earth.
may be
they
running
come from
governments.
maybe under the earth
you know
because
their
there's
name,
no core.
they're not
The earth
running
is
They're in
flat.
the earth. They're in the earth.
That's
They
how
don't
I
come from
think.
space.
They
That's
may
what I'm
be in
saying, yeah, they come
caves down
from-
deep, but they're not in the
More
core
caves.
because
They found more caves
earth is
someplace. They
flat.
found more caves somewhere, and tons of caves someplace else.
Remember the old
They're
thing that
finding
they.
caves and tunnels all over the world,
Yeah.
all over the earth.
How about this?
If you
They're-
dug deep enough, you get to China.
Yeah.
Remember that when you were a little kid?
Hey,
Oh,
how
yeah.
about this? Check this out. They're getting mad in Los Angeles because a lot of the bums are moving out and
Into
moving
caves.
into caves.
I saw
and
that.
they
They're
get
moving
money
into
for
caves.
each bum, so they want the head count to be high.
Yeah.
Sure,
And so they're pissed
So now
because
they're
now
outside
they
of
don't
the-
get those people to
Yeah.
count.
They're moving out.
And they're living in a cave.
Well,
and
they don't
it's
get
pretty
federal
cool.
funding
Well,
from
but
each
I would-
person.
That's why
Yeah,
that's
each
why
person is
Los
worth it.
Angeles is all up in arms
Yeah.
about
Which is
it.
crazy that
First thing I
They
do
actually-
is head for the fucking hills, man.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
the
they're in
third-
caves like on the beach. They're like caves
Yeah,
everywhere.
you
like
can find
nice,
a cave,
nice
I mean,
caves.
But
too.
they
Which is
literally
very
want
funny.
more bums.
There was a
Who
past
does?
year this dude lived in
They're
a cave.
mad
above
because
Palm
the
Springs.
bums are hiding out in like the desert in a cave. They want them to be in Los Angeles
get
because they want
money.
the money for
For
it.
every
Bums
homeless
are-
head, they give them money.
Bums are the least of our worries. It's all the migrants we're letting in.
I know, but I'm just saying.
so
it's
funny though.
Yeah, where are
it's
they gonna
weird.
live?
I'm just
It's
saying,
weird
you know,
that they actually are encouraging and they come out of the cave and please come back
Yeah.
to a tent or a box on
Well,
our
yeah,
street.
registered for
because
the
Los
$20,000.
Angeles, they say it
Yeah,
costs about
register to vote.
$80,000
Vote
per
Democrat.
homeless person. That's how much it costs the city.
And
a
they
year.
get money
Which is
from the
crazy.
federal
Oh,
government
yeah.
for it.
Oh, which is so
Yeah, no, that's what they
crazy.
calculate, and it's like, okay, how much are you making? $400,000 a year. The person below you is making 200 something thousand. What are you guys
Hey,
doing? Like nothing.
I'm sure we've all known what it's like to be homeless. We all lived out of our car for a
We didn't
period
go
of
to
time
homeless.
here or there. It don't cost no
I don't know
$80,000.
I thought you
No,
guys
they're
were
not
not
homeless.
homeless.
I mean, like,
So, wait, are these homeless being like? Are they living on the beach? What's
Yeah,
going on?
Right?
I
Do
mean-
they got a beachfront apartment?
Yeah.
80 gee, and well, you know what taxpayer money is?
Do they have a drug
It's-
allowance?
It's
money to
laundering
steal.
and it's
Yeah.
stealing money.
Well, like I said, how much the person in charge is making $400,000 $400,000 a year. A person under her is making $200,000,
Yeah,
and then they're paying another
$10
person.
left for the homeless.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Back
Well,
end
and
of
the- here's a
new
contracts,
crack pipe.
feeding-
Well, yeah, and the thing
Yeah,
is,
here's their vending machine.
They
with
need to
crack
keep them on the
pipes
streets to
and
keep the
pipes.
money coming.
and none of the homeless,
No.
are actually going into these like places they have to stay for them because they can't use drugs in them.
Yeah, they
so they're
go
like,
Right.
thrown
well,
out
we'll keep
anyways,
them
right?
empty because we're getting paid.
I've
so
known-
it's
I've
All
all
those
known-
hotels that they ruined too, where they put all
yeah.
the people in there,
How
they
about-
just destroyed them.
yeah,
And
and this isn't like Motley Crue destroying.
Right.
it.
Homeless
This is like
Tommy.
shit and
And now
stuff.
the
You guys know him, the
Owner
one
of the
that I know,
Pay-Fees
homeless
repairs.
Tommy. You remember when he was
I
sitting in my
know Tommy.
car?
a homeless
He
town.
won't go. He doesn't want to go to a shelter because
No,
he
he
can't
needs to.
drink,
Right.
man.
He can't do anything,
Fucking
yeah.
drink his bottle and smoke a little
I'm
rock
sure
here and
people
there, or
are doing
whatever.
what they want in there.
You know,
though, I mean,
he'd rather
Well, but
sleep
then they get
outside
kicked out. Yeah.
than and be
Right.
fucked
And
up.
you got to be
than-
there at a certain time and shit. It's
And that
tough.
too.
you have rules.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's hard.
They're not and they're not good with rules.
No,
No,
not at all.
that's-
But I do
hard.
have a
You got to
problem.
shit in this toilet.
Yeah.
Ah, man,
I do have a problem with the VA
Really,
in
a
Illinois.
toilet, man? That's what I'm leaving.
that is so colonist. It's colonizers.
I have a problem with the VA in Illinois donating money to the illegal aliens.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
I
fighting
do too.
for my pop's shit, and he was a veteran.
Yeah,
Right,
well, no,
right.
dude,
I agree.
they're mistreating veterans.
Oh, are they?
Crazy.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
They called us up.
These
we
veterans
would
should get everything. They should get everything when they
Well,
come after a
we would get
veteran.
care. Someone would come
seriously.
to my parents' house
Everything.
and take care of them 4 days a week. Now it's 2.
Wow.
Like we have budget cuts.
Yeah.
Dude, so I talked to the guy,
Right.
and I was, it's just a guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You can't. The VA is.
He
the
doesn't
word,
run
like-
the joint.
No, not at all. So
And
I
he's
talked to him,
probably
and he's like,
sympathizing.
"Oh no,
with
he's
you.
a good guy. He's been
Yeah.
coming for months, and he's like, I can't believe he's like they're cutting my hours, they're doing all this stuff. He's like they're
Yeah.
bringing people in for medical care that aren't from this country.
Yeah.
And he's
So
like,
it's
I'm a
eating up
vet.
the time.
What's that?
It's eating up their time. They got to care for
And
these.
there's funds
assholes.
and the
funds, yeah.
resources.
And the thing is,
and
we
everything.
wouldn't even be living the way we're living if it wasn't for people like your father. That's
Right.
the thing. Like,
Right.
hands
Freedom
down.
isn't free. It really
No,
isn't,
exactly.
man. And that's what's going on right now. Like Don Anforth and I were talking about. I know there's some sort of rumblings of a civil war in our own country, pitting our own people against
Oh,
each
yeah,
other.
they'd love for that to
because
happen.
of this system that is just letting people in, and
Right.
there's
That's the
no
goal here, Mike. That's what
consequences.
they're trying to do is get
What's
this.
that?
They're
No, I
trying to make
understand
this
that.
war.
But
Yeah.
then when you look at it and it breaks it down, I sent that story today. 50 migrants arrested in 2 months for robbing stores in
Yeah.
Oak Brook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's
And-
not going to stop.
I'm not saying that
And that's
these,
Oak
I'm not
Brook.
saying that all people are like this.
My
but-
wife goes to Oak Brook. It's fancy.
Dude, Oak Brook's top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
real
nice.
nice
of
over there.
What did you see the video of all the migrants like having
Putting
furniture
that,
delivered?
putting that shit in that building.
Well,
got
in the
kicked
building,
out.
yeah, it was like there was probably like 30 of them. They had furniture like delivered to the place,
Trucks.
going up, yeah,
Like,
and they were
trucks were
going
just
into
backing
it was
up.
all boarded up. But like, I don't blame them. I'd be doing the same crap, you know?
If they tell you you're gonna have a better life here, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. No.
Nature finds a way. People
Well,
find a way.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, they're survivors. They
Yeah.
do what they have to
They
do.
come
I'd
from
be doing the
countries
same
we
thing.
could never
I-
understand. Like,
But here's
where
the
these
other
people
I
thing.
saw
in Senegal.
Here's
Come on,
the
was
other
that in
thing.
Chad?
If we had to, we're survivors too. I mean,
Well, we'd be doing the same thing.
you know, if you had to walk, if you had
You
to
team
walk
up.
to Guatemala or something, hey,
But-
you'll have to do it. Maybe you're
Right,
not
you're
ready
working
for
It's
it
not
the
even
first
that,
day,
it's-
but
they
you'll
were
be
born in struggle
Right.
and
Yeah.
strife.
Well,
like they were.
you did. I don't.
I agree. I agree.
Okay,
Um,
Don Anforth
No,
Biden.
I don't think they're as unhappy as you think they are, Neil.
yes, exactly.
Well, no,
They're
it's not that.
They're
But
not.
we've taken
Some
these
are
countries
complaining,
and
but
A lot of
collapsed their governments.
You're saying
You
that
look at-
people aren't born into struggle and strife right here. The rural white people in the
Oh,
in
calm
the
down there, Larry.
in
When
the,
you
uh,
say that,
in
Did you see
the
that?
country, you
talking to
know,
me?
Yeah,
the,
look, you see what he did.
Born
the
poverty,
people in the
basically, yeah.
ghetto in the
Right.
inner cities that are, there's
Yes.
people born into struggle and strife.
No, I'm
Right,
saying,
there's whole countries
but
like
I'm
this,
saying
yes.
though that this country is a lot better than other countries.
Sure.
Here,
it
they're-
is.
we're
There's
born into
systematic
struggle.
welfare.
We're
you
born
can get
in-
housing from Section
Oh, yeah,
8.
yeah, you
you can
definitely
get
help you
food
better.
stamps.
Yes.
You're born in Ecuador in some village.
and the
and-
weather's beautiful every day.
Right.
But
So
a
you can make a
cartel,
lean-to
but a
out of
cartel
some-
runs it. and they're taking all the children.
And even
they're
health
making
care
you
too. Yeah, you're
produce
not. Yeah.
coca. You
There's
know
a
what
lot
I mean?
of
Like,
crazy stuff.
Well,
and then all of a sudden, NATO and the UN and the Red Cross come in and they're like, "Hey, you can have a better life. Here's some money. Start walking." The Darien Gap is a very scary, dangerous place.
Well,
And these people are crossing it to get to this country. And you know what that means? That we are taking advantage of who we are as Americans.
Yeah.
I love this country, like I said. I'm proud to be an American, and people forget that. Everybody hates this country.
when
They
I would
really do.
when I would leave the country,
Our own president hates
They
this
once
country.
loved us. No.
seriously though, when I
Joe
would
Biden
leave the
is
country,
racist to white people.
no matter
Yes,
where
he
I
is.
was, I'd come home and practically kiss the ground, especially if I was like in Europe and some filthy shit like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
I'd come home and kiss the
greatest country
ground
in the
when I
world.
got
It's
back
great
to the
be back
USA.
there, yes. It's
Hey,
awesome.
did you guys hear the message Tucker Carlson left Justin Trudeau?
Oh,
No.
to the office, yeah.
No.
He's like, "Oh, hey, Mister
I don't understand
Trudeau."
the French.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand the French stuff, but just to let you know, we're coming to. What did he say? He's like, we're coming to release or the country, or we're coming to here to.
Man, I mean,
to liberate
Liberate.
the Canadians. We're coming to liberate.
40,000 people attended that rally.
Yeah.
Which I won't say rally. That sounds bad. His correspondence meeting.
His speech.
Yeah.
There we go.
40,000 people or whatever.
Yeah, he's
or
a piece of
more
work,
showed
man.
up to
Well,
hear him speak.
You know what the thing is that people try to cancel you. They
It
say
was like
you
a
can't
Kiss
have freedom
concert.
of speech anymore. That is
Yeah.
the worst thing that can happen to us as Americans. Is they take
Lose
away our
our freedom
speech.
of speech,
I don't
yeah.
care about guns. I don't care about money. Anything. When we can't talk. Well, when we can't talk
Guns
freely,
and speech. You got to have both.
Well,
Because without the guns,
Yeah.
we
you
turn
ain't
into
gonna be-
Mexico.
well, you ain't gonna be talking
Third
much.
world country, but you know what I meant though. Freedom of speech is very important.
It's up
It
there.
is. It's on the. Yeah,
It's number one.
It's number one.
You know,
You
our
have to.
God-given rights. And I should read
Right,
that.
and that's the part that they forget. It's not the government giving rights. It's our God
Well,
given
people have
rights.
lost
given
faith.
rights. Yeah.
The almighty dollar, which is almost becoming worthless,
Yeah.
is more than God. And like we were talking about, God's children cannot be bought. And then
The
you see
almighty-
all these people being bought. It's crazy.
And that's how you know Ricky Lake, not Ricky Lake, Carrie Lake. That's how you know.
Shout out to Ricky Lake.
Yeah.
man.
80s baby.
Woo! She was a nice
how you-
piece of pork chop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was a
yeah.
porky
Oh,
one,
man.
all right.
But she wasn't a bad porky one.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
she
it was
was
all
I
right.
never
yeah.
said that was bad.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
She
saying.
was okay.
But yeah, that's how you know Carrie Lake is so down because she can't be bought.
Yeah.
Well,
And that guy was all up in arms that she recorded him, and I think he resigned.
He did resign, and now he's saying it's blackmail. But she recorded this a while back.
yeah, they tried to
Yeah.
reverse it on
And
them.
then
They do everything.
We got another vid
not us,
about
it's
her
them.
second time trying to be bribed. Did you see that?
Oh, really? No, I didn't.
The guy had a list of asks.
Wow.
And for $1
my
million, she
Lord.
turned him down, and the lady was like, "I've never," or whoever was in her staff was like, "I've never seen anybody turn down $1 million,"
Is she
which
such a
isn't that
threat? I
much
don't-
when you
but
really think about
Nowadays,
it.
$1 million isn't
No.
that much.
Not to sell yourself out, man.
No.
Is
Zero-
she-
well,
listen,
is she such
I
a
like to.
threat? Are you
I
gonna
like to
win or
sleep
something?
at night
Well, yeah,
myself.
but the
You know.
problem is these people do that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
All right,
I
Do
just
your hit
paid.
list.
I just paid $200 2 weekends in a row to get 2 cats cremated because just won't throw them in the garbage.
Yeah.
well, you got to start an
You know.
OnlyFans.
So
Actually,
I forgot
the
where I
ground
was going with
the
that.
ground was
but
pretty nice. You should have buried
Barbecue
them.
them cats.
dude, there's
what?
still. Did you notice this?
Barbecue
Hey,
cats.
did you notice this weird snow? How it's not melting? It's been 37, 38
Raining?
degrees and raining 3 days in a row, and the snow is
Snow
still
hasn't
this deep.
Terry, you can't. You know, I hate to tell you about this
In the
topic.
fog,
You can't talk
and my
to me about
cat's
because
dying.
I work on a job site, and we had 9-foot piles of snow. Now they're like
snow's not
1 foot.
It is melting a little bit.
Well, I don't think the ground's going to be thawed out in one day.
It wasn't one day. It's on multiple days at not below
Of-
freezing temperature. You got to go
And
18
the
inches
rating
to
It
get
was
it.
still
All right, let's do your hit list.
It's too late. Plus, I wasn't going to go dig a grave in the rain last night,
Oh
brother.
man,
I'm
that sounds
telling
perfect
ya.
for your
With your
emo
lantern,
lifestyle.
Get a lantern out.
Yeah,
You made a song about
that
it.
really
I dug
be-
a cat grave
umbrella.
in the rain.
Walked down the
you can wear
path.
mascara.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, wait till
Let me
summer.
say something. Though.
April or
When
something.
I'm
Say
digging a cat grave, usually every single shovel scoop, I say something about the cat. how great he was, or how much I loved
That's
him.
nice.
Not
And
yet,
by
we
the
got-
end,
we
I'm
gotta
fucking
wait.
crying
Can't
and
have two
everything.
going at once.
So, you know,
It'll be
it's a
short.
traumatic thing to bury one of them. And you got to dig the hole pretty deep. It's a lot of...
People
This
do love
cat was
animals in this
tough.
country.
I'll tell
This
you-
cat was cute. This cat was cool. Every shovels, by the end, I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, but-
this was the greatest cat that ever, you know.
Well, you start
It's just
remembering
too
everything. You
much.
start
Next
doing
thing you know,
this
you got a
stuff.
hole.
I
10
remember
feet
when he
deep.
killed that squirrel. I remember when he killed those birds. I remember when he got the woodpecker.
I'll tell you what, I have a harder time seeing animals die than humans.
Me too, bro.
It's weird.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Or somebody abuses an animal.
Oh,
Or it's
that's
the
desensitized
word.
to
That
seeing
kills me.
people
Man,
get
that
punched,
does
though.
kill me, man.
That's the thing.
I hate to see it.
And it's crazy how we probably
No,
spend
I
about $1
can
billion
take
a
seeing a
year.
person get punched more. I can see someone hurt an animal. Honestly,
Me too.
it really doesn't
That's what I'm
affect me
saying.
as much.
If I see someone hurt an animal, it creates more of a visceral reaction
Yeah.
than a
Oh
human
my
being
god!
punched.
I saw
Yeah.
I saw a video on the internet where it showed this, you know, black kid in the ghetto, and one of his friends was filming him, and there's a cat on the corner, and he just runs up and kicks the thing so hard, and it goes flying, and they're all laughing. You hear the
That's-
crowd of his friends laughing. I'm like,
Problem is, man,
those
that's like
motherfuckers! I
serial
wanted it.
killers.
I wanted to
Yeah.
reach
Serial
into the
cat.
screen, man.
Yeah.
And you
Not
know
good.
they think it's cool.
Yeah.
I actually think it's cool.
But then,
Your hit
then you
list.
think about how they grew. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
bad.
just terrible. But
yeah.
anyways, are we gonna do a song? I don't want to do a
Yeah,
long
you
hit
know,
list. I
we're
just
not-
want to say, hey, Russ, be safe out there in Thailand. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you,
God,
God.
please.
And
You know,
here's our
hey, wait a
our
second. No.
Rush
Punk
going to
rock.
Give me a
Thailand?
second.
He's in Pattaya, from what I heard. He's having fun. He's having fun right now.
I should have went to freaking Egypt. Man.
Tell me when you're ready.
and we'll do our punk rock ukulele exit song. Here we go. All right, it's fine. Drive here.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah. That was cute.
And just to ring the gong and say it was a very honorable episode. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Larry and Needles Show. I'm Larry.
Needles,
I'm Kiki.
Don.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace,
love
everybody.
you. Like,
Take
follow,
her
subscribe,
sleazy.
tell your enemies.
It's like comic book, man.
Yes.